Under Missouri laws 575.150, an individual commits an offense of eluding and evading a law enforcement officer if he or she willfully attempts to or actually flees to elude a pursuing officer with the intention of avoiding being apprehended, detained, or arrested. An individual is presumed to be evading a police officer if he or she continues to drive a vehicle or automobile after being signaled by means of clear visible emergency lights or an audible signal emanating from the pursuing officer's vehicle or motorcycle. In order to convict a defendant for this offense, the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that 1. The officer in pursuit was in a motor vehicle or other automobile. 2. That the defendant was also driving the vehicle or other automobile. And 3. That the defendant willfully attempted to flee or fled from the officer in pursuit. In addition, the prosecution has to establish the following elements in order to prove a crime of evading a police officer. The defendant acted with an intention of evading a police officer. The pursuing police officer's vehicle had at least one lit red light visible from the front. The defendant saw, or reasonably should have seen, visible emergency signs on the police vehicle. The pursuing police officer's vehicle or motorcycle was distinctively marked and could be identified by the defendant as a police officer's vehicle or motorcycle. The pursuing police officer sounded a siren audible enough to have been heard by the defendant and pull over. The police officer was wearing a distinctive uniform. In situations where vehicles or any automobiles are not involved, the law enforcement officer is required to issue an order either by word of mouth, by use of hand gesture, or by other means that will be clearly understood by the person being pursued. The above-mentioned elements for proving culpability do apply in circumstances that do not involve vehicles or automobiles. Therefore, persons who defy a clear police order or signal issued by an officer wearing police uniform with a badge commit the offense of evading police.